Scientists develop mutant bird flu strain that's 100% lethal to humans. Have they not learned their lesson? Have they not learned anything from COVID? Why play with Mother Nature? Why play with these things? Uh, it's ridiculous. I thought this was banned. I thought Trump did something to ban this type of development. But we're gonna talk about it. And we're gonna go through this article. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this crazy information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. Also, follow me on X and Instagram. And about my Patreon really quick, it's only $3 a month, and I'm putting a lot of information out there, a lot of exclusive content, a lot of things that YouTube might not like. So I put it over there. I'm a lot more active over there now, so you get a lot of bang for your buck. So check me out there. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this comes from Slate News, and they report that a team of bioweapon scientists have announced that they have successfully developed a mutant strain of bird flu, that kills 100% of all humans who become infected with the virus. Again, why would they mess with this? Why? The new strain was developed by South Korean gain-of-function researchers who boast that the killer virus is 100% lethal for all mammals. Oh, it's South Korean. So it's not, this wasn't made here in the United States. I'm about to say, I thought gain-of-function was banned. Trump said no more of that stuff. So it's in South Korea. Again, have we not learned our lesson from Wuhan? In addition, the virus was modified to allow it to enter human cells more effectively, making it far more contagious. The alarming death rate was confirmed in a lab when the scientists achieved total elimination in infected mice. The scientists manipulated the virus to adapt inside their bodies and spread to others. The team was led by doctors Deok Hwan Kim and Dong Yup Lee of Konkuk University in Seoul. These scientists need to be lambasted. They need to be blasted. We need to stop this from happening. Why do they think this is okay? But the results of their experiments were published in the virology journal. Sorry, struggle reading today, y'all. It raises serious concerns about dangerous gain-of-function research still being pursued worldwide, with American tax dollars once again funding next-generation pandemic vaccine platforms in parallel. So we are still funding some of these things. The chilling study confirms what many warned about during the COVID era. Scientists are still playing God with viruses that could spark the next global pandemic. I think this should be banned worldwide, and any type of scientist that mess with this stuff should be prosecuted for it. That's what I believe. But this time, researchers at Korea's Konkuk University used a highly pathogenic strain of H5N1 avian influenza, which already had a tiny 4% presence of a mammal adapting mutation, PB2E627K. Within days, that mutation exploded in the infected mice lungs and brains, killing every single host and spreading efficiently to other mice. Quote, all challenged mice died in 8 days. All contact mice died within 12 days, the researchers boasted in their paper. This wasn't some accident or nature taking its course, however. This was a deliberate experiment designed to see what would happen when a known mammal adaptive mutation was unleashed in a controlled environment. The outcome was exactly what many feared. The virus not only killed every subject, but also evolved to do it better and faster. And while these researchers were crafting mouse-killing viral strains in South Korea, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services quietly launched a $500 million program to develop universal bird flu vaccines. The move eerily mirrored the vaccine-first mindset that dominated the COVID response. What the American people aren't being told is that these international experiments mirror the exact kind of gain of function research tied to the Wuhan lab and the origins of COVID-19, a virus that by now has cost over 1 million American lives and caused untold damage to the economy, education, and civil liberties. Absolutely. So why are they playing with fire? Quote, even a small proportion of mammalian adaptive mutations can quickly become dominant as the virus serially transmits between mammals, the researchers noted. If this sounds like deja vu, it should. These same techniques, serial passaging, mutation selection, and chimeric virus assembly, are the exact recipe for disaster we saw in Wuhan. Again, this should be illegal. After COVID-19, they should know better by now. But in the Dr. Anthony Fauci funded Wuhan biolab, a supposedly, quote, low risk virus rapidly evolved into a pandemic grade pathogen. The new bird flu strain goes one step further, however. Just 1 month before this study, the same South Korean research team engineered a chimeric H5N1 strain combining gene segments from 3 different influenza viruses to enhance its heat resistance and its ability to penetrate human cells, as Slate News reported. So that means, in the summertime when people have less flu and stuff like that because of the heat, because of the weather, this will be resistant to that. So you will have year-round flus. That's just crazy. Why mess with this? Quote, the highest level of intracellular entry was observed, confirming superior effectiveness in penetrating human cells, the scientists gloated. These are evil like villain, cartoon villain type of scientists, I believe. This is crazy. In plain English, they made bird flu a virus that should never have jumped to mammals, more stable, more infectious, and better at getting inside human bodies. Yet there is little sign of serious oversight, biosecurity review, or public accountability, despite growing concerns about the high-risk experiments escaping containment. And make no mistake, this is no conspiracy theory. Yet these revelations come just as U.S. officials push forward with preemptive bird flu vaccine plans. If this sounds like a COVID playbook all over again, first create the problem in the lab, then profit from the solution. You're not alone. Problem, reaction, solution. We all know the Hegelian dialectic. Why is the global scientific elite still greenlighting research that intentionally adapts deadly viruses to mammals, including humans? I think we all know the answer to that, but of course I can't say it on this platform. Why are American taxpayer underwriting vaccine schemes while foreign labs cook up potential pandemics? Because we never hold our politicians accountable for their actions. And most importantly, who will be held accountable, speaking of accountability, who will be held accountable when the next virus leaks? No one. Absolutely no one. I mean, who was held accountable from the last one? Absolutely no one. This isn't science fiction. It's happening now. And the next outbreak may give us a warning shot. May not give us a warning shot. President Trump was right to call for investigations into gain of function research and to push back against globalist health agendas. It's time Republicans in Congress stop the funding, demand transparency, and shut these experiments down before it's too late. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave y'all comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.